Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Real quick, I want to have a quick chat with you guys about a few topics that's been out here on the social media, okay? First off, I'm going to start with these blue checks, okay? Instagram has rolled out the blue checks to where people can purchase their blue checks. It's one price for the app, and then it's another price for the website. I feel like to get the blue check on your app, I believe it's like $15. Whereas if you want to get it on the website, it's like $12 or something like that. Either way it goes, Instagram has adopted the idea of Twitter where they're now starting to charge people for the blue check. So everybody can be out here being verified. I cannot recall, but I feel like Instagram might be pitching to people that, one of the good reasons to have a blue check is to make sure that your account is verified to cut down on all of the spamming that happens. If that is a part of y'all promo, that's lame and whack as personally to me, because your website should be securing all verification anyway. Okay? Y'all should be securing that anyway. So don't be trying to make nobody believe that purchasing a blue check is going to cut down on the bullshit that's already going on over there on the IG when it comes to spam accounts and people snatching other folks' accounts and all of that, okay? It's just another selling point, but I don't think that y'all gonna do a good job at keeping that bullshit down. But anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Now, I wanted to really bring this up because I've been seeing a few people being upset with the fact that, regular degular schmegular people are able to get the blue check, and some people are very bothered. And one of the people that I did come across was Miss Reginae. Reginae decided she was going to take to social media, and she says, y'all too old to be buying blue checks on social media. What's the reason? Question mark. So the people definitely started to eat her up in the comments saying, and you too old to be going over there getting all this surgery done. Girl, I'm just like, now she ain't have a whole lot, y'all. She just got her breast done, but to some people that's enough. Okay, that's more than enough for her to keep her mouth closed and not be talking about everybody else with they blue checks and stuff. Somebody sat up there and tried to go in on a girl about her hair, talking about something, and you too old to still be getting braids when you ain't got no edges. I said, now wait a minute, y'all cutting up on her. And see, y'all didn't even have to take it that far with the girl, in my personal opinion, but I do feel like at the end of the day, it's those people's money. Y'all may not like it. I may not be here for it, whatever the case is. Okay, I have not bought into the idea of purchasing a blue check. That's not where I am at this time. Okay, I like to go off my mood. My mood is not to purchase one. My mood come September, it might be, you know what, let me go ahead and buy me one of these little blue checks, girl. It might be next month I might get one. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm not sold on the idea. However, I'm not finna knock really nobody else from doing it if that's what they want to do. These people work hard for their money. They can spend their money on whatever the hell they want to, whatever subscriptions or whatever they want to do. So it's just the people that see, because see, when you say comments like that, for me, and of course, a lot of celebrities have always believed this, and the blue checks definitely gave them that much more validation where they truly see themselves up here. And we and everybody else is like down there. You know what I'm saying? Because why is it really bothering you that much that somebody else was able to purchase their blue check? And you likely were giving yours, but guess what? There were some other people that I'm sure paid more than a few dollars every month, probably hundreds to thousands to get a blue check. I'm sure there were some other people that spent a little bag on getting a blue check just to feel like they were somebody and someone important. But I'm sure, but those are just my thoughts. I'm gonna let these folk do what they want to do with their hard-earned coin if they want to, sit up there and give it back to IG. I did see one chick make a post that I really liked, and I should have screenshotted it actually. And I'm sure I liked the post, but I don't have it in front of me. But basically what she was saying was, Instagram and Facebook stopped paying me for my reels. Like, what the hell? Like, why would y'all stop paying me money? What I look like giving y'all more money to feel like I'm verified on social media? Like, no. And I was like, well, BIT, you got a point. I mean, y'all were getting a little check, and then they decided to snatch that back from the reels girl. And she was like, well, what's the point of me continuing to even make reels? Like, what's the point if I'm not even going to get paid from it? I mean, maybe your following will grow, and you can use that to pitch your profile to get brand deals or whatever else it is you're going to do. I mean, like, I guess that would be one benefit, and how Instagram is trying to make it seem, they're making it seem like when they snatch back, okay, and not paying people for reals, like it could just be something that's happening right now. They may bring it back at any moment. I don't see them ever bringing it back, to be honest, where they paying people for reals. You feel what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother conversation. But y'all let me know, did y'all go get them blue checks, or are y'all planning on getting them blue checks? How do you feel about the blue checks, and feel about everyday people being able to also have that same blue check, so it seems like everybody's on the same level, even though they're really not, but just on social media it might look like that? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and comments down below, okay? So next up, I want to talk about this situation, which is really sad. This is Bob Lee, and he was the founder of CashApp, which is so crazy because he was found stabbed to death earlier Tuesday morning near San Francisco. Ain't that something? And they said the stabbing happened at like 2:30 something in the morning. So when I hear that at 2:30 something in the AM, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I feel like this was a hit. I know some people might feel like, oh, it's just a random person that did this or whatever. Maybe they was trying to rob him. We ain't hear nothing about his wallet or nothing being gone. None of that. I feel like this was a hit on that man. Somebody ran up. Somebody had been watching that man. They know he probably go to the office at late hours of the night or whatever the case is. And they ran and hit on that man. They're saying, according to the report, he was taken to a hospital with life-threatening injuries, and he later died. Sources identified Lee, who was serving as the chief product officer of Mobile Coin, as the victim in the news story, okay? The victim of that particular situation. He was the founder of Cash App. He was the chief product officer of Mobile Coin, and he had some other things under his belt as well. One of his affiliates went on to say that he was a force of nature, helped to birth Android and Cash App into our world. Moby was his dream. Okay, so I guess that's Mobile Coin, I suppose. Moby was his dream, a privacy-protecting wallet for the 21st century. I will miss him every day, is what someone says. Oh, I hate to hear that. Actually, that was the CEO of Mobile Coin that said that. Girl, I don't know. Y'all gonna have to get Olivia Pope on the case, so we could dissect this and find out what's going on. Now, from my understanding, they have not found a suspect at this time. I'm just typing it up to see. Yeah, they're continuing to search for a suspect. Baby, you ain't going to find a suspect. When y'all do find a suspect, it's going to be some random person that's willing to go down for the crime and probably going to receive whatever incentives behind it. You feel what I'm saying? So ain't no telling, but I feel like this was a hit out on that man. I really, really do. And, a lot of people are drawing attention to the irony of the fact that as soon as he passed away, we started to learn about Fed Now. Now, I'm not saying the two correlate. I'm just telling you what the people are starting to question over on social media. I believe it was Twitter specifically, where a lot of people were like, girl, what is going on? And I know quite a few of you guys are like, well, girl, what is Fed Now? Well, let me tell you what they're saying over here. All right, it looks like what they're saying. The Fed Now service is a new instant payment infrastructure developed by the Federal Reserve that allows financial institutions of every size across America to be able to, transfer funds, okay, to provide safe and efficient instant payment services, basically. And this is from the federal government, okay? This is what they're doing. I believe some of it may have I feel like it's in pre-trial phase, but it's supposed to officially launch in July of 2023. Now, I'm not going to lie. I didn't know nothing about no Fed Now until I learned about the passing of the Cash App man. So I don't know if the two is connected, but somebody on Twitter says, so Cash App's founder is mysteriously murdered 3 months before the U.S. Federal Reserve launches their own digital banking system in July called Fed Now, and they expect us to believe that wasn't planned, ? We're not dumb, and we see right through y'all, okay? I'm just telling y'all what the people said, okay? This is just what the people are starting to question, the irony of it all. So I don't know the reasoning behind it. I don't know if he had a hand in helping with Fed Now. I don't know if, they could have taken some things that he had patented and copywritten and that he was going to call them out. I don't know, but I do not believe that this was a random act. Personally, I do believe that, this was a hit out on this man, okay? But, that's just my personal opinion. All right. I really hate that for him. Young man, he was young, doing some big things out here. We appreciate you for Cash App. Don't know what the future holds for Cash App or how it's going to change in any capacity. But if I still have the option to use Cash App, Zelle, or whatever, I don't know if I'm going to be so quick to just jump over in the bucket to use Fed Now unless I'm forced and required to get Fed Now. Okay. But either way, get luck. All right. So that's that. You guys go ahead, hop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts about that, whether you've heard anything about it and what's your, just what's your breakdown about this Cash App Fed Now situation, okay? Let's go ahead and move on because next up, I want to talk about Blac Chyna. Shout out to Blac Chyna. She's Miss Angela White, excuse me. And if you educated, add doctor on it, okay? It's Blac Chyna if you but if you're educated, it's Dr. Angela White. Period. She did announce over on her Instagram page that she announced that, hey, I got my doctorate. I'm trying to pull her up real quick so we can see what Miss Chyna had to say. So she took to social media to let us see her certificate or whatnot. And she says on January 17th of 2023, I got my doctorate of liberal arts from Sacramento Theological Seminary and Bible College. It's Dr. Angela Renee White. Period. And you know what I do like? I love the fact that she's going back to her real name. Because, she's getting a lot of positive attention now, and I don't know what that's going to transpire into at a later time. But when I think about the Kardashians making such a staple with their name, I would love to see that for Angela White. Okay, I would love to see that for her versus it being, Blac Chyna. Okay, so it's like, girl, I'm here for this transformation, even if the people saying it's fake, just like your mama got up there on social media at one moment. This lady is weird, bro. Like, I'm sorry. It's giving every bit of weird. She said how much she was proud of her daughter and stuff at first when she got the tattoo removed off of her. But then next thing you know, her mama came back talking about the girl is fake and she's this and she's that and just going crazy, running her name in the mud and stuff. But Blac Chyna really did not even respond to her mama, as she should not have, okay? As she should not have. And I'm sure she saw it just like she saw people trying to, call out Tamron Hall for the video, the photos that she used to Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna came to the front to address that. So I'm sure she sees what her mama is saying and she just be like, that's my mama. She gonna do what she do, girl. Like, all right, then. Okay. Okay, girl. But not only did she get her doctorate, but she's also going to be in a play called Babs. All right, y'all know Halle Berry's role in the actual movie. She's going to play that character in an actual play. And I'm like, okay, Chyna, you already starting to make moves. Chyna is trying to break into the acting industry and do some other things outside of just showing her arts. And let me tell y'all, I really feel like this was the best time for her to make this transition because you can't be forever young. In my personal, like you can't be young forever. Might as well switch it, change it right where you are and start to rebrand yourself and give it even more hope for the future for whatever you're about to go on and do. Because how long? I mean, she couldn't be a stripper forever. She had to transition out of that. Then she over here doing OnlyFans, showing her butt, doing this, modeling, being a vixen, all of that. You can only do that for so long. So now I feel like it's longevity in the area, in the arena of acting. And with her already having some connects, I feel like she's going to find the right people that she needs, you know what I'm saying, to move on and get to where she needs to be. I'm loving it. I'm like, girl, I'm loving the rebrand, bitch. I'm here for Dr. Angela White. Girl, it ain't too much we could say about Chyna. Because at the end of the day, regardless of how people feel about that doctorate, bitch, she got it. Period. Okay. Now I did see where Rocky, I believe is her name, girl. Rocky Thunder, that was on Love and Hip Hop. And I think she ended up getting beat up by somebody. But anywho, she came to the front and tried to say that Blac Chyna has a fake degree, a fake doctorate, and that it was pretty much a PR stunt or something. They're saying Blac Chyna is not here for Love and Hip Hop alum Rocky Thunder, accusing her of buying a fake degree as a PR stunt. Now, Rocky says in the caption, not to mention it's liberal arts, not liberated. But yeah, hallelujah, karma misses no one. She says not to mention it's, she goes on to say it needs to be clear and noted how much she paid and if she can even recite the books of the Bible off the top of her head. That's all. Why is you so bothered by what this lady got going on. It's giving you haven't grown. What's going on with you? The only time I hear about Rocky is when she's in the comments arguing with somebody. Like, you give me a little bit of Akbar. You give me a little bit of Hazel E. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't even send for y'all, and y'all just be out here just saying what you just hopping in the comments. Da, 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 da. And granted, I understand you should be able to say what you want, just like regular people get in the comments and they say whatever, but it does hit different when you have a few people that know who the hell you are. You know what I'm saying? It hits different because it's like, okay, now we could say what we want to say because they don't know us. But some people know you. Why are you saying this stupid shit, right? She says, for all y'all sheep out here ready to fight over a PR stunt, a PhD in theology takes 4 to 6 years post-master's degree in Christianity, divinity, and a thesis of 80K words or more. Let's get real here. Not to mention the man, Benjamin Phillips, who presented the fraud doctorates to her in her home, deleted all posts and pulled his site down. Ooh, not him pulling the site down, girl. She says the site that misspelled accreditation on the site 3 times so they can't get sued for being full of it. She says, y'all so gullible, hating on China, ? For what? She's damn near genius at running the bag up off morons. I'm a hater because I try to wake y'all simple asses up. Boy, I tell you, good luck. Get them cha-cha. They deserve it. Yikes. So this is what she said. I haven't checked out any of that if she said that he has taken down the site. But girl, it's the giving authentic, and you got plenty of people like that's not no damn doctors that want to be referred to as doctors. Okay, at least you got a piece of a damn certificate to go with it. But it is still giving hating though for me. Okay, it is still giving hater. For me, it's giving you're jealous of the rebrand. Why don't you work on rebranding yourself? Like, it's just like, I mean, it's giving whack energy personally, but. Okay, girl. You're gonna do that anyway, cause that's just how you is, honey. But yeah. There's that on Miss Blac Chyna. She's out here, securing a few things for herself and her kids as she transitions and transform. Okay, so good luck. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Real quick, let's talk about Angel Reese. Okay, Angel Reese just won a national championship for her team, LSU, a women's basketball team. She won a national championship, right? And there has been some controversy surrounding her, okay? And primarily it's because she was doing a few things to another basketball player who goes by the name of Caitlin. And I hate that I cannot think of Caitlin's, Caitlin Clark, I believe that's what it is, Caitlin Clark, right? So you can see her on this image letting her know, like, girl, I'm getting that ring up out you. You've been doing a whole lot this entire season thinking you that girl, but I'm getting this ring up out you, period, okay? So that's what Miss Angel Reese is doing. Now, this is another thing that she did here. Now, this is a body movement or a hand movement that Miss Caitlin would do to other basketball players where she was trying to let them know, you can't see me. Nah, you can't see me. So Angel was making sure that she did the same thing to her. She was like, all right, BIT, you want to run around, you want to talk, you want to, girl, let me not start rapping Boosie. But anyway, Miss Angel was up there like, you can't see me. You can't see me. Yeah, remember all that talk you was doing? Yeah, it's going down. You can't see me. You too small, girl. We on your head top, right? So once she did that in the face of Caitlin, so many people got on Twitter, primarily non-black individuals, got on Twitter and spoke on how classless this young lady is. I loved every fucking minute of it because that's what happens in basketball. You talk you run your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we do over there in basketball. So I don't understand. Y'all was just really down bad and sad that y'all girl was finna lose that motherfucking game and y'all had so much hope and y'all probably betted so much money on the opposite team only for them to turn around and fucking lose. Do you hear what I say? Y'all was sick. So if you couldn't get what you wanted on the court, you tried to affect this girl's character by saying that she's classless and everything. But where was that same energy when it came to the white girl out here letting people know that they can't see her? So it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when she do it. Well, then okay, fuck them. Because honestly, you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. So Miss Angel Reese ended up doing a press conference, and she was just like, all season y'all kept talking about how I was ghetto this, ghetto that, I wasn't good enough, this or that. Like, y'all talked a lot of cash money about me, but guess what? I don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, who got the championship? Who got the ring? Exactly. Okay, and I'm doing this for all the other women that look like me. Period. And be told all the time that they ghetto or they ain't good enough or they got this and that going on. So what else is happening? Yeah. So when you say I'm ghetto, bitch, make sure you put national champion behind this shit. What? Exactly. Period. So I was really here for Angel Reese. I said, girl, well, you better go. You better work. And I loved it. She was like, I'm just happy. Like, y'all can talk all this shit y'all want to talk about. I'm happy. She did another interview talking about how she not taking back nothing that she did. And I said, and you shouldn't. And you shouldn't. And then she got on Twitter and said, and I'm not keeping it cute. I said, and you shouldn't. Don't nobody give a fuck what they talking about. Don't nobody care nothing about it. Everybody want to talk about, sportsmanship and all that. Girl, fuck all that stuff. Okay? Because the only time y'all want to try and really play politics and all this and that is when it's not going in the favor of your motherfucking fave. Girl, fuck your fave. Period. So I was really here for Miss Angel. I loved it so much when I was watching the clips. I was like, yes, because I mean, that type of stuff happens in everything, like cheerleading. I'm sure gymnastics, like every sport, like y'all create these sports and televise them and build so much around them for them to be competitive. And when you see people get in those moods where they're competitive, then it's a problem, depending on who the person is. Y'all lame. Y'all be trying to control everything, but I love how she moving, because it's like you can't control me, baby. What Erica said to I don't know if it was Peter or somebody or Rich. She said, you can't control my mouth. You can't control my mouth, baby. I loved it. I'm like, do what you want to do out here in these streets, Miss Angel Reese. Now, Jill Biden. Okay, once you win a national championship, it's a normal thing for y'all to be invited to the White House, right? Well, and that's really only for the winners, though. But Jill Biden decided that she was going to invite the winners and the losers. So that really pissed LSU off, as it should have, because why are you making the decision to invite both of them? If we would have lost, would you have invited us, the black team? But you invited the white team. At the end of the day, Jill Biden is still a white woman. Like, she might get up there, her husband may stand up there and advocate and protest, whatever the case is, for black folks. But at the end of the day, girl, you're going to be white first. Okay? Okay, it's just what it is. So she saw a different type of sympathy that we didn't really care for when it came down to Iowa, which is why she decided to extend that invitation. But I was with Flau'jae, and y'all know I couldn't stand Flau'jae when she was over there on the rap game, because she kept talking about her daddy. I was like, girl, but what you finna do? Okay, let's talk about you, right? She actually graduated with my son, so a shout out to her, because I think she's doing a great job. Okay, and her music is actually not bad at all. I think she's pretty good. So she's definitely growing on me for sure. But she was like, girl, all I'm asking is, BIT, girl, will we have been invited? Like, if we would have lost, that's all I'm trying to say. Like, what's going on? And I was like, girl, you got a point, honey. You have a point, but according to Miss Angel, they not going, okay? This is what she said. She said, my team is not going, and that's really based on the group chat that they had. They all talked about it in a group chat about how they weren't even interested in going. And I'm wondering, is that really how y'all felt, or is that y'all following the lead behind Angel and Flau'jae, the leaders of the team, right? Or shall I say the stars of the team? That's what I'm wondering. But what's interesting is, although, Angel stood strong on I'm not going to the White House, LSU's athletic department made an announcement that despite how some of those team members feel, they're still going to go to LSU. Still going to go to the White House. So then that makes me wonder, is some of the team members going to change their mind and they're going to go ahead and go anyway? Right? But I do think right is right, wrong is wrong, fair is fair. And I do not believe that Iowa should be receiving the opportunity to go to the White House if no other losing team in the past has received that opportunity to go to the White House. Okay? Now, if they have, then maybe that hits a little different. But if nobody hasn't, like the losers, then I don't think that's fair. Right? Because that's one of the other prizes that you gain. Not only do you gain the title, you get the ring, you get to meet the president. Like, why do they get to, you know what I'm saying? Better luck next time, okay? Period. All right, so those are my thoughts about Miss Angel. You guys go ahead and leave your thoughts and comments down below. Let's see who else I want to get into real quick, okay? Oh, Marques Houston. Y'all, this has been a running conversation about Marques Houston and his bride because people are believing that he met her when she was like 15, 16 years old. Now, keep in mind, from my understanding, the two of them ended up getting married at the age of when she was 18 years old. And that's like really interesting because people are like, well, how long did you know her? When were you dating her? What's going on? You just got married to an 18-year-old and you in your late 30s or going on your 40s or whatever. Like, that's awkward. Like, so a lot of people are alleging and believing that he may have groomed her, okay? But he did come out on his own where he kind of like addressed some stuff for himself. And I want to go ahead and pull that up so that we can listen to it together to see exactly what Marques Houston had to say and if it's actually going to make any sense to the people for real, girl. So let us go ahead and get this up on the screen. And then I want to just do like a quick refresh.
Situation is a little different, how we met, through mutual friends and everything like that. When I met my wife, she was 17. So, we had no really conversation and no really connection until, she was of age. And, it's, people don't understand it.
No, we don't.
Of course, I got a lot of backlash for marrying someone that was 19. And, when we did finally start to talk, I was like, this woman is like me. And she was just like, when I would talk to her, she just, for one, we had a spiritual connection. And I feel like that's the most important thing. We both love God. We both love Jehovah. And that was key. And being
Jehovah
able to start being around her and talking to like, we got it. We connected through music. And, her spirit, her kindness, her heart reminds me a lot of my mom. And just, we connected on so many different levels. Me and my wife's situation is a little different. I
need to see when it's finna drop because I may have to watch this, okay? During an upcoming episode, so it's supposed to be an upcoming episode of TV1 TV Uncensored, Marques Houston opened up about the backlash he received after social users learned of their age difference. Me and my wife's situation is a little different. When I met my wife, she was 17. We had no conversation or connection until she was of age. You mean to tell me you ain't have not a single conversation with a 17-year-old? Hey, how you doing? You good? Okay. Oh, yeah. Like, yeah. I mean, a simple conversation. The fact that you said y'all had no conversation, but you met her at 17, for me, is not enough for me to believe that what you're saying is fact. And I'm just being real honest, okay? What else? He says, or connection until she was of age. So y'all may have had conversations at 17, but you made the connection when you was when she was 18. So when you say connection, it's giving to me a physical connection. Because you saying y'all had no conversations or no connection. The physical is like you trying to say y'all had it at 18. I don't know what y'all had, but that's what it sounds like you're trying to say. But as far as no conversation, I'm not believing that part, sir. They said Marques admitted that most people don't understand his relationship. I got a lot of backlash for marrying someone that was 19. He says, we have a spiritual connection. We both love Jehovah. I've been heard a story about this situation a long time ago. I feel like I heard it on RRG, Real Reality Gossip. If it wasn't that, it was somebody else, another one of these YouTubers that do like breakdowns on the history of relationships. And I believe this girl had been around Chris Stokes because she was friends with his daughter at one point, from my understanding. And yeah, that's where I believe it all started. So, but the girl was with them before she was the age of 17, which was also interesting. Okay. Now the documentary series could have been false. Maybe exactly what Marques is saying is true, but some stars is not aligning for me, baby. Okay. It's not clear. It's not clear here. All right. But that's just what they saying. Let's see what girl, not the people in the comments calling this man a groomer. Oh, the girl said, somebody said our situation is different. He lost me right there when he said that. Gone somewhere, sir. Girl, the comments is eating him up. Listen, we don't believe you, but I definitely want to tune in to that episode that's going to come up regarding you and your wife, okay? Because some things in the milk ain't clean. If I can find that docu that I watched, I'll definitely drop it down below, give you guys a link to that below, and y'all can watch it for yourselves. But as of right now, that's really all that I got. I wanted to come to you guys with a quick chat, talking about a few other topics that's been going on. I want you guys to go ahead and sound off in the comments. Be sure to like the video if you have yet to do so. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We are growing over here. We want to continue to grow. We're on the road to 50K. Okay. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. Okay. That's where I'll also be posting my notifications, okay, because sometimes YouTube doesn't always send them out, but I'll be sure to post them on those other sites. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.